Hello everyone, it's Angie. How's everybody doing today? Coming on to do day 7 of my 31 days of Christmas journal makes. I have got a cute, fun ephemera piece to put in your journals today. Here it is. We're going to get started on this because it's a little intricate and takes a little time with the fussy cutting and stuff like that, but it is simply adorable. Let me put it on a piece of white paper so maybe you get a little better view of what it looks like. Where's my, well, I'll take a piece of paper and flip it over. This is what we're making today. We are decorating and making a Christmas tree journal spot. Look at that, guys. I think it's adorable. And then when you open it up, you've got your spot, your journal spot right there. Okay? Isn't that cute? So we're going to get started right away on this, and hopefully you guys will like the project and want to make one for yourself, okay? On this one here, I just used book page. Okay? I was just kind of playing around to make sure it would work before I did it with you guys. But this time I think we're going to just use some Christmas paper, but you can use whatever type of paper you choose to use. This one, finished product, is it's 6 by 2.5, 2.5 this way by 6, and then when you open it up, it's about 5 inches wide, but you don't really need that much space, but you know, just a little something to jot down some notes, what have you, your thoughts. Okay. So the way we made this, the way I did it, took a little practice, but I had to do a few to get my bearings. But you just we're taking a 6 by 6 piece of paper, okay? And actually all I need is it to be 6 by 5, okay? So let me just cut this down right now. We're gonna cut it down to 5 inches, and that is 6 inches, okay. Or do I want to do green? I think I want to do green. Since we did the other one green, we'll do this one green as well. Let me use the green piece. 5 inches by 6 inches. Okay. All right. Well, we got a couple more pieces of scrap there. Okay. So we want the tree to be 6 inches in height and the width to be 5. So then when it's folded, it's only going to be 2.5 inches. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this piece of paper in fourths. So you're going to line your edges right up. And if you want to use a scoreboard for this, that's fine. You can do that. But I think it's fine just like this. Okay? And then those halves we're going to fold into half. Okay? And I'm just going to turn it on itself so it'll be a little easier so I can line up my edges a little bit better. And I'm just going to line this up right with the middle best I can, and we're going to give it a fold and a crease just like so. Flip it over and do the same thing. And the reason I'm choosing to use decorated Christmas paper this time is because it's a little bit thicker, and on the book page I had to do 2 pages, glue 2 pages together just to get that thickness, where this, it's thick enough and it'll save a step, and I won't have to do that. So that's the only reason I'm choosing this paper. It's just a little bit thicker. As you can see, it's taking a little bit more time to crease, and it's actually kind of breaking a little bit, but that's okay because that's going to be the side that's going to be down anyway, and these are the edges, and we'll ink those up. So this is what we've got when we've got our finished folds, okay? Just like so, okay? Again, we want the 6 inches going up and down, and want the fold to come into the center. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, all you need to do is fussy draw yourself a Christmas tree. Okay. And all I did, and here's my little template. Okay. So all I did was I folded it this, kind of back on itself. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I folded it like this. I have to get my bearings here. Okay. So this is going to be our center. So on the outer edges, we don't want to completely separate the, I guess what you would call these like the tree points, because that's what holds the paper together. If you cut that out, then you'll have 4 individual pieces, and you want it to stay as one complete piece. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it back on itself like this, and that's where we would draw ourselves a shape of a tree. And all I did was just kind of go like this, and rather than bring it to a point, I left it open and then continued down. Then continued down like so. Okay? But just for time's sake, because I already like the shape of the tree that I used on my prototype, I am just going to take it and use it as a template. Okay? And it might be a little hard since I've got this one decorated, but we'll get the rough gist of it. I'm just going to line up the middles, just like so. And I'm just going to do a quick layout of my tree. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now we know where to cut. Now the only thing is on this is it was easier to cut it all in one pass because book page is thin. So even though I had 4, it's still thin. This one's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to be a lot thicker. So we're going to do our best. Okay, and since I didn't finish that, I'm just going to bring that up to the point here. Okay, and I am just going to try and hold it still and get some cuts. Well, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Guess it would help if you have yourself a good pair of scissors, okay, on this. This is the most time-consuming part on this project, just getting the cuts and getting your shape designed the way you like it. It's not hard by any means, but it, you know, takes a little time. It's not as easy as some of our other projects might be, and I know we do like easy, but this is just too adorable not to try. Okay? And then once we get it cut, if we feel like we need to shape our tree branches a little bit, curve them, round them, bring them a little bit more to a point, or maybe you don't want them having pointy edges at all, whatever you think you need to do, then you can make your adjustments and tweak the shape. Okay, but I'm just showing you the bases for your tree. All right, so roll this out of the way. And there we go. Now we're going to turn it back around like this. And we have got our funky, fun Christmas tree journal spot for our journals, just like that. So then you just want to look it over and just ask yourself, do you like the shape? Do you need to tweak it at all? And as you see this one, I rounded my corners and brought them down just a little bit, where these ones are a little bit wider. So if you wanted to do that, you can definitely do so. And we can kind of shape them a little bit. I'm not gonna, maybe the top, kind of maybe round them just a tad, Just totally, totally up to you how much time you want to spend doing the fussy cut part. Okay, because like I said, this is the most time consuming part of it, is just getting your shape the way you want it. Okay, then once you've got your shape, we want to also do a quick cut and do our cut for our journaling spot for the inside. Okay, and for that, again, I did the same thing. I used book page, and I'm going to do the same thing on here. And all I usually do for that, when I can, see that where you come to the end of a chapter and there's always a blank space, I try to use those pieces when I can. So I'm just going to go through my book here, right here, and I'm going to tear out one of those pages, and I'm going to use that. Okay, so now for that, you want to turn it on your inside, because this is going to be your journaling spot. And I'm just going to, again, trace myself the layout for that piece. And of course, I'm going to cut it on the inside. When I cut it, I'm going to cut it on the inside of my pencil lines so it will fit and nestle right inside my center. Okay, I'm going to cut this out real quick. And I'm calling this my Funky Fun Christmas Tree Journal Spot, guys. You're gonna love it. I really think you're gonna love creating this and decorating this. Okay. I hope you guys can still see the sun just went down behind a cloud, and it just got really cloudy, really dim in my craft room here. So I hope that does not take away from your visibility any. My window is right off to my right here, and I usually get some really good sunlight during the day, but it just went away. Behind a cloud there. Okay. But I'm just trying to get you guys to think of just different ways to decorate your journals, and what's more fun than using the opportunity of Christmas and the fun pieces and that we have to choose from with our Christmas ephemera. I mean, we all like our journal spots and our tags, but this is just taking it to the next level, a little different look, a little different design, but oh so rewarding and oh so fun and oh so cute and pretty. Okay, so there we've got that. We're going to bring our piece back in, and that should, for the most part, just nestle right in there. And it does. Okay, but before we glue that down, we want to ink it up, and I did ink this with green, and I'll do the same with here. And I just used Tim Holtz Pine Needles Distressed Oxide. So I'm going to bring this in, and we're going to ink up those edges, and the amount, or if you want to use a different color, that's totally up to you as well. Use Vintage Photo, Antique Linen, if it's on, you know, depending on what page you're putting it on, but since it's a tree, pine tree, you know, I'm sticking with the traditional green. Okay, but totally up to you. And we don't want it just to be blank, so I kind of just brought in a little green throughout the center as well, just light, and kept the more intense color on the edges. Okay, very nice. Okay, we'll do the rest of the inking after we get it together. I just want to get the structure of it in case we run out of time here. Okay, so there we go. Now we want to glue that down. So I am going to get it positioned, and I'm going to lay it down with some glue stick. All right, and Grab my glue stick here. Pardon my head if it's in the way. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to glue this down. Take your time on this because those edges, you don't want them to tear on you. But you definitely want to get a good adhesion, so use a good glue and get it secured down really well. And there we've got our construction of our journal spot, guys. Look at that. Isn't that just as cute? Now the fun part comes and we just do our decorating. Okay, give it another little crease once we got our paper in there. Press those ends down so we'll get a good fold when we close it. And ta-da, there we go. Isn't that adorable? Then why I'm calling it my funky fun Christmas tree, because it looks fun and funky, right? I have, and I'm sure we all somewhere have little bags and little containers of all these little, I don't know what you call those actually, like little confetti kind of pieces. I have them in every color imaginable. And I ran across this bag of the Christmas colors, and that's what got me to thinking, I'm going to use that to decorate my tree. And it's going to be fun, funky, fresh, festive decorating. Okay, so all I did was I tore it out, dumped it out, and got to decorating. Okay, I pulled out a little piece of ribbon. You can do ribbon at the top if you want. Totally up to you how you decorate it. Okay, so before we do that, let's get a little bit more, let's bring a little more ink. Finish up our inking of our edges, because once we get to decorating the top, that's going to be pretty much done. So we want to take away all those white edges. And it makes it a lot easier using a decorated piece, decorative paper. You can even use two-sided paper, then you don't have the blank white sides on here. All you got to do is layer your journal spot piece on the top, and then these insides are decorated. But I kind of like that. I don't mind, but that's totally up to you. Okay. And on the first one, I completely brought in ink and colored those outer flaps in and brought it in a little bit darker. Okay, but again, how you choose to decorate it, your choice. This one, I think I'm just going to leave blank, just for a different look. Okay, I like that. Okay, let's move all this up a little bit. And I do think I like the idea of the, and that was just a little foam, glitter foam piece here. I think I'm going to use another one of those. I like that white, stands out really nicely. And it's a sticky back, so all I did on that was I just didn't remove the plastic backing. I just trimmed it down. And I left the backing on it. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, but I just trimmed around it as best I could. Just did a fussy little cut around. Like that. And then where I wanted the top to sit, okay, see, like right there, I'll just remove the plastic right off of that one side. Okay, so I want it off of this, so then I just lifted it up and did like a little triangle cut. And remove that one piece. And I did put a little extra adhesive. Let me find which one would cut away. Right there. And I just put a little extra glue down. Position it where you want it. And down we go. Okay, give that a second to catch. And I did do a second one, oops, on the inside, but that's totally up to you as well. Okay, and I just position the one lays directly, evenly over the second one. Okay. So I think I'm going to continue on with the funky festive design here. And all I did was I just used my glue of choice and I just did some random glue dots all over and started gluing pieces down. And kind of randomly do your colors, red, blue, green, white, gold, you know, however. And I had these little stars on here. Those were a good little accent. I'm going to turn on my light, maybe that'll help a little, because the sun is going behind some clouds there. Can't really see too well. Green one in here. A gold one. And they're different sizes. I don't even know where I got all these. And I like the different sizes as well. Let's put that one there. These little curly Q ones are really cute, but I used all of them. I sat there and picked them all out and put them all on this one, so I only have a couple left. So we'll have to go with the other pieces on this one. Let's get another green one in there. Excuse me. So there we go. There's one side. Oh, I missed a piece there. Let's get another one. Excuse me. Okay, let's do the other side. And you tell yourself when to stop with the decorating. Put as much or as little as you see fit. It's your funky, fresh, festive Christmas tree. Okay? Funky, fresh, that's funny. So yeah, do whatever you want. And if you don't have these little confetti pieces, decorate it with something else. I did one of my previous videos on this 31 days of Christmas makes. I used faux snow, using faux snow on there to make it look like an outdoor tree. That would be really pretty as well. I didn't think about that. I could have pulled that out. Gotta move kind of quickly. My glue is already trying to dry on me. So I gotta move a little bit faster here. Need some more gold in here. Some of these little gold stars. These are cute. Here's one of those little curly Q pieces. Let's go and use one of those. Got another one right there. I like those pieces. Those are really cute. Okay, do I have any more? I've got one more. Let's see. That's white. I want 3 whites right next to each other. Bring a red in. Okay, there we go, guys. Look at that. Isn't that just darling? Oh my gosh, I am having so much fun. That would be cute too. You could put a button. A button would be really nice. Look at that. Christmas button. Totally up to you guys. Totally up to you. I'm just gonna do another gold little pom-pom piece. And all I did that was put a healthy amount of glue. I set that on there and I used my little clip and I just kind of smashed it down because it does kind of bulky. And I just let that sit for a couple minutes and it kind of smashed its way down a little bit. Okay, that's it. What else did I do? Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah. I really wish I had some more of those little curly Q pieces. Those make it really fun. Let's put a couple more stars. I like those stars also. Glue there. Okay, so there we go, guys. We're gonna let that glue set for a minute, let that little pom-pom set, and I'm gonna come back and bring my original one in, and I'm just gonna show you another step of what I thought would be really fun to decorate a page once you got your project completed, okay? Bring in, let me move this out of the way. Bring in your journal page, and I just have a digital, okay, right here. Now we're going to center that right in the middle, okay? One step further to make it look like you've got your tree skirt. How about just something like a cute little ruffle, okay? And again, we're just going to glue the one side because you have to be able to open it. And since we glued the right side, we'll just stick to that. And we'll just lay it down on the right. Oh my goodness, that's adorable. Oops, but of course it's not. We're not giving it time to dry. I'm just really excited. Sorry, guys. Look at that. Make that your center focal point of your page. Get yourself some Christmas twine, red or green, whatever color you want to use. And I took myself, I didn't measure it, let me just look. It was about, I want to say it was good and long. So it was about 24 inches. I folded it in half and I just made the same amount of bows all the way down the side, both sides. And look at that. Glue that down to your page right there. Got another bow right there, another bow there. Okay, now twine curls when you mess with it, and I've made bows all up down both sides, so it's kind of twisting on me, so it's going to take a moment for me to position my bows where I want. But once I get them in place the way I like them, I'm just going to glue that twine right down to the page. Look at that, guys. Is that not adorable? Come on now. Okay. That is stinking adorable. Huh? Position that down right on your page, and you open it up and you've got your journal spot. Okay, so there's that one. There's the one we just made together. Okay, again, we put our little skirt on there. If you wanted to use lace, you could do lace. You could bring in some crochet trim. That would be cute as well. We'll put crochet trim on this one. Look at that, how cute. For our tree skirt. Again, just glue it down to one side. Give that a moment to catch. And we've got ourselves an adorable, adorable journal page, fully decorated. Okay, just as simple. You can bring in a little bit more ink to the edges. Since we use crochet trim here, just to finish it up, you can put a little crochet trim tab. I mean, just totally, totally up to you. But there is our fun, funky tree journal spot, guys. I had so much fun making this. I hope you guys like the project. I hope you give it a try. You will love it. I really do think you will love it. Okay, both pretty much the same. The only difference is I used a little bit more of the little curlicues on this one, which I like that one more. I don't know why. It just makes me think of maybe tinsel or something. I don't know. Brought the corners and the edges of the tree down a little bit more rounded than this one. Used book page on this one versus a thicker cardstock decorated Christmas paper on this one. But pretty much the same, okay? So thank you so very much for watching today. I hope you liked the project. God bless. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.